ko te rere o te wai, mai te kāre tū ki te aua o tau mārere, ki te moana o piko i whiti, ki te moana o tokerau, puta atu ki te moana nui a kiwa, ki Hawaii ki nui, Hawaii ki roa, Hawaii ki pāmamau. Ko te hononga tērā o ngai tātou ki o tātou whanaunga ngā iwi take o Taiwan, i runga i ngā arawai o ngā mātua tupuna.
The Hawaii Project is an Indigenous social initiative who got behind Ngāti Manu to give our tamariki and whānau an experience of a lifetime. We were also met by the Global Women's Association led by Terry Chen, who's been a huge help to the project.
Thank you very much for coming and being part of our journey to Taiwan. So we thank you very much for your help and your support.
I wish all the children, younger, enjoy Taiwan food culture. Thank you.
Mai tō nākau.
Ia tira. Moni. Moni. Ai, he koha mai. Oi.
Mo tō tātou haerenga, that's what we've got to portray. That one, we are respectful, and two, that we are thankful for their manaakitanga. Haere tātou i runga i te rangi Māori. Kia ora.
Kia ora friends whānau in New Zealand. We've just arrived in Taiwan. The time here is 6:24, 4 hours behind New Zealand.
We were met at the Taipei airport by the Council of Indigenous People, led by an awesome lady, Sayun.
Give you a small booklet for the whole program during the 11 days. And then we will have a short introduction for the whole program in the hotel. Okay, just a small test. What's my name? Sayun, Sayun, Sayun. Thank you.
We are at our hotel. I have no idea how to say this, but I feel like it's cozy. Cozy?
After a quick rest, we went to meet Kola Shiotaka, spokesperson to the Executive One at the Taiwan Legislation Chamber.
We arrived here early this morning. There was a daybreak over the hills of Taiwan. A red sky and Taiohi. And this is what we bring. Out from London to you. It's a great honour for us to be here. Thank you from the bottom of your hearts for the hospitality, the kindness that you people have shown us since we arrived. Tēnā koutou, kura mai anō tātou koutou. I wai. This little bar basket has been woven by our old people. The carving in there is a patu. And it's made from tōtara. And the story of it goes, as we struggle for Indigenous rights throughout the world, that is a symbol of that struggle. And it's a symbol that Indigenous peoples throughout the world have gone through. So, in commemoration of the people of Indigenous people of Taiwan, we present that taonga to you. Kia ora.
Our relationship are more than friends. Actually, we are relatives. So I sincerely hope you will have a very wonderful stay in Taiwan, and welcome you can come to Taiwan again, and again. Okay, thank you.
While we were there, we were lucky enough to meet the Minister of Indigenous People, I Chiang-paro, and even the Premier of Taiwan.
One, two, three.
Ready? Say cheese. Cheese. I become the spokesperson of the government. So that's why we have a chance to have a photo with the Premier. And he made the time.
Yes, thank you so much for hosting me.
Okay, have a seat. So how's Taiwan? Hot. Very hot.
Yeah, better hot than cold.
Very hot.
We stopped in for a visit at New Zealand's Trade Development Centre in Taiwan.
To you all from the Hawaii project. I think it's fantastic what you're doing here, and I know that from personal experience that the Council of Indigenous Peoples organises wonderful programs, so I know you'll have a great time. So please enjoy. Morena tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.
That night we went to dinner, but the boys' chopstick game was lacking. Luckily, Matua Charlie was there to sort them out. We started the day visiting the Council of Indigenous People, where we saw the Hawaii paddle, which was given by Ngāti Manu at Kairetu Marae.
Thank you again for your visit to our council, and I wish you a very fruitful journey in the next couple of days, and I will meet you tomorrow night in the Harawan community. Yeah, this is New Zealand, your country.
对，我们在这里。
And this is where we are, Taiwan. So you fly so far away from New Zealand, across the Pacific Oceans and the islands, and then to Taiwan.
我希望我有一天也是从台湾飞到你们的国家。
I hope one day I can also fly from Taiwan to your lovely country, or the other one, New Zealand.
好，谢谢。
Thank you. Kia ora.
What's that, Vicky?
I'm saying, look interested.
Yeah.
You know?
What's that on the wall?
That's the... No?
Isn't that a toothpick? But what angles that make me look silly?
Yeah. And 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the paddle was given, that's so close. This paddle was given to Kolas Yotaka when she arrived in the Bay of Islands in New Zealand to our marae and karetu, and it's a symbol of our connection from our ancestors who travelled many years ago from Taiwan, and hence the reason why it's the paddle.
While some of us hated being in front of the camera, others of us loved it.
Not everyone can get these.
Word got out about Ngāti Manu in Taiwan. The media started picking up our story.
Your ancestors?
Ooh.
Hualien, on the east coast of Taiwan, was our first stop. We headed to the tribe of Pangza, Corliss' tribe, within the Harawan community. We were invited to the annual Harvest Festival. This is normally closed to the public. What an honour to be a part of their day. The Harvest Festival starts with the Ancestor Welcome Ceremony. The elders bring the spirits of their ancestors from a wāhi tapu in the bush, similar to our kawemate. They are received by the young men from the village, then they dance for 4 days and 4 nights. We also had the honour to meet the chief of the Harawan tribe, Salma. Even with all the excitement going on, of course our tamariki found time to play on their phones. We were taken up the mountains where there were fields of daylilies. It was beautiful up here. That evening, in honour of our rangatira, the chief introduced koko to his people of Harawan. The media once again wanted interviews with Ngāti Manu. Our tamariki were asked to join in the festival. After changing into the indigenous kakahu, they were ready to go. The kids loved the dancing. They picked it up in no time. Even Koko did. Impressed with how well our tamariki danced, the aunties and nannies tried a bit of matchmaking. Our tamariki had a great time mixing and mingling with the locals. Some of them even exchanged numbers.
Riley, what happened? Nothing. What happened, Riley? Come on. What? Did you get a Facebook friend?
After a long day, it was time to head back. Today, we had an opportunity to show our culture to the Taiwanese through kapa haka, and they loved it.
大家可不可以跟我一起念？1、2、3。Thank you, thank you， 谢谢，来。
After the performance, the tamariki spent time with the tribe, teaching them haka and poi. The men of Harawan gave the haka a good go, but they just need a little bit more practice. After the performances, our tamariki were treated like celebrities. It was sad to leave Kolas and the Harawan community. They had become like family, but we had to get to our next host, the Kaluluan tribe. Located on the east coast is the Kaluluan community. Theirs is a diverse tribe made up of different ethnicities, including the Amis, the Bunun, Sakizaya, Kavalan, and Haka peoples. We were welcomed by the tribe through a traditional ceremony, similar to our porphyry. It was humbling for us to be a part of their ancient cultural practices. After a hariru, our host introduced themselves.
那首先先介绍一下，我们这边大概会跟着大家一起，教大家各位这边的在地的整个知识哦，包含第一个是我们的阿秀叔叔，秀，再来就是我们的抓叔叔，抓，再来是我们的乌拉斯，我们的米样，我是伊马斯，好，很高兴，谢谢大家。哎呀，你嗨哟，喂哈嗨，哎呀，喂哈嗨，哎呀，哎呀。
The Kaluluan are a coastal people whose marae is situated by the sea. Our host Imas took our rōpū around for a hikoi on their whenua and shared their sacred stories.
Tell me, kids, what are you fellas doing?
We're washing our feet.
So you fellas have just come back from where?
The beach.
And what did you think about it?
It was so nice. It was hot. But too bad it was short.
Warmer than New Zealand.
Yeah. So this is 80 years old. 80 years old. This is what we're going to be sleeping on. This is our bed for the night. And you might think it's just bamboo. It's not comfortable, but it's not bamboo, and it is comfortable. Yeah. So you're wrong.
This whare is 80 years old. Its architecture is a combination of Japanese and Chinese influences.
What do you think of the whare and the stories they tell?
Oh, they're interesting. They are working very hard to keep the old traditions alive, and in today's times that's a big call with today's technologies coming through. But they're making it work, and as you can see, 100 years on, and whare here tūnei.
And what about now? What's happening now?
Hikoi. My favourite time.
Suze, what are you going to try?
Everything. Then I'll have to get a whole new wardrobe when I get home.
We're just so similar, everything that we do. The what they're weaving, like going to get the flax, the same preparation. It's cool. It's very cool.
I think that we're really lucky to have those stories shared to us, eh?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's so cool.
Okay, someone say piggy, go.
What?
We're off to the mountain to go hunting.
We're off to the mountains to go hunting.
Observing the track of the wild boar, that's how we decide to put our trap.
不要弄倒，弄倒没关系。
太复杂，我就不翻译了哈。
对他们那边有路。
Okay, so we've just been explained how he's gonna set the trap. So the pig's gonna run down here, and he's gonna step on the trigger, and then it's gonna catch his ankle,
And then it's gonna go flying into the air and get like.
It was an awesome experience to learn off the tribe's hunters. They showed us their traditional hunting methods that they still practice to this day. Yesterday we hunted, today we gathered. After a tearful purupuruaki, we said our goodbyes to the Kaluluan people, who were amazing hosts. On our way, we stopped in for dinner at the Donghair tribal house. The cooks told us they had seen our ropu on TV and were excited to have us dine in at their restaurant, so they put on a delicious feast for us. Today we were off to meet our next community, the Torek tribe. Torek in the Army's language means to weave, and that's exactly what we did.
This is what it turns out to be. It turns out to be in strips, and it's this plant, shell ginger, in our native tongue is called lengat, and it's of actually of significant value.
We got like 12 pieces of what's it called?
Shell ginger.
Shell ginger.
Yeah.
We placed them on the table. And we did some over, then this went over, sort of stuff. Then after that, we grabbed some string and we wrapped it around the corners.
And we just started making weaving, and then and then we fold this bit in like that, and that's how we
make a bag.
That's how
3, 2, 1.
And that's how we make
weave
a
and
bag.
type and wow. Oh my god.
Our group were honoured to learn the traditional weaving methods, which was similar to the weaving back home. After a beautiful kai, we headed off to the cultural park where we watched Indigenous Taiwan tamariki perform. Picky even got selected to start things off with a bang. after the show, our tamariki got an opportunity to have a go. After a bit of fun, it's time for us to head back to the hotel.
And 3, 2.
Kia ora everyone, it's day adventure.
And we're packing up to go to the villages.
Your whole group in visiting Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Just 3 days ago.
Yep. You know Ngāti Manu is famous in Taiwan when people are stopping us for photos.
There are people like, you know. Yeah, so can I take a picture just quickly?
Yeah, of course.
A few days ago I saw your YouTube, some video on Facebook because my aunt shared me that and you performed the haka, right? Yeah. That was so incredible. I was like, are they the guys who show on the videos?
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Taiwan.
Hey. 我是台湾族，台东from 台东。
你是哪里的？
台东台湾族。
台东的。
你是？
我是达样，我是云明会的。
哦，你是来达样子。
对。
你好。
好，跟我拍个照。
那个在收款。
We then caught the train to Pingtung, which is in the south of Taiwan, home to the Renari community where the Taiwan and Hikoi tribes reside. We're doing a homestay in Pingtung with the Taiwan people. We've been split up into small groups. The kids have gone off with their homestay mothers and we're meeting up today for dinner.
Our homestays are awesome so far.
Yeah, we got one whole house for 4 people.
I'm the only one for double bed in our house.
We got the whole house to ourselves and 5 double beds.
We're staying with our auntie, a Taiwanese auntie. We're sharing a room. We've got 2 beds in one room. We've got heaps of money. We took photos. We've got heaps of munchies. We've got a TV.
What I'll be looking forward to in the next couple of days is to meet new people and to just interact with the villagers.
I think mine and Carmen's goal is to take photos of our family because, fun fact, we were told that we actually look like the people from this village, which is called the Rukai village, and also the Taiwanese people. And also our height is the same, so yeah.
We're staying with the Taiwan people.
Today we visited the Indigenous Peoples Cultural Park. Stepping back in time, we learnt about the history of the Indigenous Taiwanese.
We are at Taiwan Indigenous Peoples Cultural Park. On the tour we learnt that they bury people like crouching. I don't know, I forgot the word they used. But like, yeah. And if you die outside of the village, you get buried outside of the village. You don't get back. We learnt that they pull their teeth out to do the tattooing on their face. In order for a woman to get a moko, what will they have to do? They will have to be able to weave and look after their home. And that means they can get married.
We're finished at the park now. It's time to grab some dinner and then call it a night. Our last day in Pingtung included a very special visit to the local school where we were treated to a warm welcome from the students.
Where are we off to this morning, Billy?
We're off to that school down there to perform.
Can't wait to go down to the kura, see how they learn and how they're all like, and to meet some new people.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, Cina ulama cermat itulah. Una yo sia sia. Una yo sia sia. Una yo sia sia sia. Pakarongo ete iwi kite hau afyo fyo iwa ho o tau marere.
我们以连杯的方式欢迎他们，让我们今天的友谊能够长长久久。走他吧！再看花环。
来，金娜，你们一定要跟最帅。
The kura presented taonga to Ngāti Manu. Beautiful necklaces and handmade bracelets were given.
Ko ēnei, he tō rātou taonga kia mātou. Tino pai.
The official ceremony was finished off with our group joining in with the traditional dance. It was really good to see our Ngāti Manu Taiohi engaging with the tamariki of the Rinari community. We had a fantastic time at the Rinari community with our host families and the kura. After we said our goodbyes, we were off to catch the train.
Today is day 10. We're on a speed train again and we're heading back to Taipei.
We checked into our last hotel in Taipei. Now it's the long-awaited shopping at the Taipei markets.
We're going to Longshanshun. And we're gonna be shopping.
There were all types of creatures to eat, but some our kids were a bit scared of.
Oh my goodness.
Steak is a delicacy in Taiwan, but probably not for Ngāti Manu.
This month is where we do as the prayer month. We say our ancestors will come from underground to visit us. So you have to,
the offerings.
Yeah, so you have to feed them well, so they will give you good luck for the next year.
Well, that was an experience. Now it's time to head back.
We've finally come to the mate. How many days?
10.
10 days?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, buddy?
Said that we're going back home. We'll stay here longer. I enjoyed going to the village Halawan and dancing with all of them. That was pretty cool. Going to all the different malls and all of that stuff. To the markets. Bought heaps of stuff for my family. So yeah.
It was an awesome trip. Wish I could stay longer, but don't have the money to stay longer. Got meeting new people and tasting new food.
It was fun. I enjoyed going to the villages and meeting new people.
Yeah, wish it was longer, but it's not. And it's time to go home. The things I'm going to share with my family and friends back home is how similar our cultures are and how we look the same.
My thoughts on the whole entire trip. It was an amazing experience seeing all the different indigenous tribes, especially the Pulawan tribe, if I said that right. My best moment was probably the dancing because I like to dance.
I think it was cool that just like coming and see how like the indigenous tribes, how they're similar to us. My highlight of the whole trip is seeing how their food can be like similar to ours and how they can like cook it similar to us. We had lots of rice and different colours of chicken. We had black chicken and yellow chicken and gold chicken.
What are your thoughts on What are your thoughts on the whole trip?
What are my thoughts on the whole trip?
Yeah.
Hikoi huki ngā ku whakaharunga. Ko ea ke ngā mea hia tia e tātou. Ko tūhono la tātou I tātou whanaunga o konei. He pai.
So, we've reached the last day of our trip, 10 days. What are your thoughts about our hiding over here?
I think, I don't know, it's been such a huge experience for us all, let alone for our Taiohi. And I was reflecting this afternoon when I was sitting up here in the room while everybody was out shopping, and I was thinking, I don't know whether these guys, it's all come together in their heads yet about the trip really, and I think when they get home, a whole lot of stuff is going to start clicking into place for them, I'd imagine, because it's been so much. But the first thing is they must have seen themselves in the people here, they must have, because you just can't miss it. I hope they learnt about some of the practices that we used to do at home when we were kids and stuff, about looking after our older people, you know, because we do in a way, but here they're amazing at it, you know. It was a really good reminder to myself about that kind of stuff, you know. We've got to look after our old people, and really, really well, you know, not just like the scratch the surface business. I think probably the first one was when those kaumātua were coming down the hill in that ancestors welcoming ceremony, when they came down that hill. And the idea around them bringing the spirits of their ancestors with them, like the kawemate kaupapa, that was really poignant, if that's the right word.
Tuatahi, mai maria au ki te taima I runga I tēnei haerenga. I really loved it. I've learnt heaps, and when I came here I didn't actually think that we had that many similarities. So it's been cool learning about those things, and I can't wait to tell everybody about them. Yeah.
If there was like one moment, one highlight, one whakaaro, what would that be?
My highlight was I'm a real hands-on person, so I love the weaving. Yeah, that was my highlight, was making all of those cool things we got to make. It's cool because they still do it, and they are teaching other people to do it as well. So I think I want to go home and stick myself to somebody that's going to teach me, kind of thing. Yeah.
After spending 11 days in Taiwan, inevitably it had to end. Our time spent with the indigenous Taiwanese made us realise we are actually closer than we thought. The sharing of food, dance, weaving and hunting showcased so many similarities to our culture. It was like being at home. These people looked after us like we were their own, and we will forever be thankful. They are our cousins, our whānau, and the relationships made here will remain in the hearts of Ngāti Manu forever. We love Taiwan.